I am the current Sire Archon of the Alpha Phi Boule. It is our distinct honor and pleasure to pay tribute to the charter members of the Sigma Pi Phi fraternity, Alpha Phi Member Boule. These men are truly distinguished individuals who exhibit the essence and spirit of this fraternity. Sigma Pi Phi fraternity was founded on May 15, 1904 in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Our Alpha Phi Member Boule was founded on June 5, 1971. 18 men initiated our local organization in Toledo, Ohio, 35 years ago. The Boule maintains for admission to membership the high standards of college graduation, educational and professional attainment, exceptional achievement and distinguished service, and for younger men, unusual potential and promise in their fields of endeavor. The preamble to our Constitution says it all. Whereas it seems wise and good that men of ambition, refinement, and self-respect should seek the society of each other, both for mutual benefit and to be an example of the higher type of manhood, be it resolved that a society be organized for the purpose of binding men of like qualities into a close, sacred fraternal union, that they may know the best of one another, that each in this life to his full ability aid the other, and by concerted action bring about those things that seem best for all, that cannot be accomplished by individual effort. And now, our tribute to the charter members.
I was not the initiator. I think Judge Robert Franklin and Henry Leverett and some others were the initiators, and after they decided that a Boule fraternity would be good for Toledo, I think they put a list together, and excuse my terminology, but I think they were trying to get the cream of the crop of black professionals in Toledo, and they happened to pluck me and put me in that category, and I was approached by one of them, and I said yes. Yes, the organization has met my expectations. I think that any organization will only rise to the level of your expectations if you involve yourself and if all of the members do the same. And I think we had a unique situation. The personalities who got together to form this organization had already proved themselves, and they were bright and brilliant, and I think we did most of the right things, and my answer is yes, it has met my expectations.
First, I remember going to Detroit, very impressed. I'm a country boy, and really had not been to a lot of the big restaurants and hotels, and this was in Detroit. It was very impressive, meeting a lot of people who I had read about, a lot of people who I did not imagine I'd ever meet, and spoke to them, and they were all very cordial to us, and everybody seemed to be like a very congenial group, and very impressed. I stood around looking impressed.
Well, I think Boule serves an important role in society, and I think that it still represents a particularly important role for the African American male, especially. To have the camaraderie of fellow African American males who are interested in similar goals and have similar aspirations.
The people who belonged to Boule were outstanding black men, and so I thought it would be a good thing for me to join a group of distinguished black professionals. Well, when we had the regional boule here, we had it in the art museum. And the people who attended had never seen anything like that before. And with all the art around them and the music and everything, they said this was the best boule conference they have been to. So we felt pretty proud that Toledo again came to the front.
I had not heard very much about boule except, casually, that individuals who had accomplished a great deal in life were members of this organization. And when we were introduced to the organization, that was one of the things that they really emphasized, that many of the individuals who had accomplished a great deal in life were members of this organization. But I do remember that it was more or less a family organization during the early period of the organization, where children, we even went to, as a boule, went to football games as a family, and we had several outings in which we included not only the wives, but also the children, so that this organization have really provided an opportunity for camaraderie, not only for the boule members, but for the boule member families.
Herb Muller, knowing my dad and my father-in-law and some of the other guys, asked me whether I helped to get young men into the position of members. I was the youngest one in the 18, and we had a few that were up in their 70s at that time. And they have an biannual meeting of the fraternity, goes around from city to city. And he asked me to go to San Francisco. And I think about 6 or 7 couples from Toledo went out there. He had me on the program to say what it means to be a member at a young age. And the Constitution, the head of the Constitution Committee did not show up. He had a problem, an accident that he was involved in, and he could not come. And so Herb put me on that committee. And things went real well. We had 232 people there at the meeting, nationwide. And that was doing part, in fact, we were out in San Francisco. And if we were in some place like Ohio, Indiana, Illinois, something like that, you could get more people there because more people lived in these areas. I took on the responsibility that I was going to increase the membership of the boule. And together with a good team, we did it. In the time that I went through the first year, and we got about the first 2 years, and we got about 30 new chapters in, or on the way to come in. We worked hard, spent a lot of time, and we got up to about a little bit over 2,000. And when we started, we were at about 700.